Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the quiz. I'm really sorry for this delay. There was some issue going on live with the YouTube thing. All right. So all of those who have joined through Zoom, please mute your mics, okay? So I think I'll only wait for 1 minute and then I'll start the quiz today because already, we've been, there has been a delay, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this will be our first article which we'll be discussing, which is amid surge, PM stresses on the need to test, track, and treat. All right. So you already, I think, will have the answer to your first question with this particular headline itself. All right. And for anyone who is joining from YouTube itself live, so guys, you can go to www.menti.com and then it'll ask you, the first link will ask you to join a presentation. All right. So once you click on that, all you have to do is enter this passcode. The passcode is 76307152. All right. So you can also join the quiz directly. Instead of watching it, just watching it, you can also participate. All right. Okay. And for all those who are joining, please, I'm sure you're all using your real names, right? So be quick, guys. Mute yourself, please, and put in your entries in the Menti code and the Menti quiz as well. Okay. Let's see how many participants have joined us. Yeah, like within 30 seconds, I will start the quiz. Okay, it is 9:10 now exactly. So I can see more participants in Zoom, but less over here. Guys, along with Zoom, please join in the quiz as well, okay? Use all the codes for all those who are there from our groups, WhatsApp groups, Maverick, Project Maverick, or Judiciary. Join through all the links that I have shared, all right? And please mute your mics, guys, please, all right? All right. I think I will start the quiz now, and then we can, all the other participants can join later. Still, I can see one participant, two participants actually missing in the Menti quiz. Okay, guys, please join. All right. So I will start the first article, question for the day. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, let's see the first question. Tea Tree initiative launched by the World Health Organization in 2012 on World Malaria Day relates to, I just read it out to you guys, test, 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 treat, track, track, test, treat, track, treat, test. Oh my God. It's guys, please mute your mics, and it's a bit, it's like a tongue twister thing. Guys, I will have to mute you all from here. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah, the correct answer is test, treat, track. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. So I think they have already muted themselves. So I've muted them. All right then. The correct answer is test, treat, track. So I just read it out through this article, which we had seen here. Just I'll show you that article again. That amid the surge, Prime Minister stresses on the need to test, track, and treat. All right. So here which means that you will have to test rigorously regarding any, through the lab tests and various tests. Then we'll have to track as to what are the recent trends that are associated with any particular virus or any disease. And then we need to treat it down as well, right? Okay. Oh, so I think, guys, the correct one should be test, track, and treat. This one. This one, all right. So I will, we will have to adjust the score somewhat here, guys. this would be the right answer and not this one. Okay, please consider.
Ma'am, even that one is wrong. Ma'am, test, track and treat, right? Track, test and treat, that option read.
Yeah, that's what I was just mentioning, that it is test, track and treat, and I guess the answer has been marked wrongly in today's quiz. So that
even the C option is wrong.
C option is wrong.
Yeah, it says track, test and treat. It is test, track and treat, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, guys. All right. That is my, just give me a second, okay? Just a second, guys. Yeah, test, track and treat. Oh God, these 4 options I myself, track and treat. Yeah, so I think I can't really test, track and treat. This one can be the, the most relevant one. I think let's do one thing, guys. For today, let's skip this question, okay? Let's not consider this question. I will rephrase it tomorrow and then bring it to you, all right? So there is no point of let the confusion for now be. I'll clear it up and then I'll put on the options and tomorrow we'll take up this again, all right? So let's take the second question for the day. And thank you for pointing out anyway, right? Because I was myself, I was so confused with this. All right, the 𝗚𝗢 variant virus mutant found in India has been named as, what has the name been given to it? Your options are B117, P2, B1617, or 501Y.V2. Come on. What has this variant, the mutant variant of COVID-19 has been named in India? Okay, yes. So the correct answer is B1617. Okay, so this has been the name which has been given to the mutant, which has been the 𝗚𝗢 variant mutant, which we might have from this virus, which has been found in India. Now, as we know that because COVID-19, this particular virus of COVID-19 has had various mutations, all right? In African countries, some new mutations have been found. In UK, United Kingdom, some new mutations have been found. So there is a doubt that a new virus mutant or variant might also be found in India as well. So that has been named as B1617, okay? Okay, let's see the next question, guys. Okay. Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium is established for the purpose of, I think we have done this once before as well, finding out the first SARS-CoV-2 virus origin country, tracking the patients infected and retesting them, monitoring the genomic variations in the SARS-CoV-2 virus, or all of the options are true. The INSACOG, which we are considering, Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium. Okay, guys, let me see. All right. This trick I had shared yesterday with you that mostly, all of the above is the correct answer in such technical options. But what did I mention, guys? That it is not a general rule. Okay, it can go wrong. So you always have to use your, basic knowledge as well that you have. Just the live example of this we have gotten, that here all of the options are not true. The correct one is monitoring the genomic variations in the SARS-CoV-2 virus. As we know that this is a genomics consortium. So basically it studies about the genetical or, the genetical information of this particular virus. And thus it tries to understand the various variations or mutants that are newly and that are developing newly, and as to what changes in the sense of genomics have been brought in COVID-2 virus as compared to the previous COVID virus as we saw in the SARS or MERS. So I hope you have heard the SARS even before as well, which was the first variant of SARS. So it was severe acute respiratory syndrome. And there was also MERS, which was MERS, that was the Middle East respiratory syndrome. So these are all, brothers and sisters of the same family. And thus the purpose of Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium is to monitor the genomics variations in SARS-CoV-2 virus. All right. Okay. So then, oh, okay. So we have, our team is being really quick, and I'm really happy about it. So they have actually added, it is the test, treat and track initiative, guys. All right. So let's just, now if you have it already, let's understand what it was, and then we'll be clear with our answer as well. So basically it was in the year 2012 on World Malaria Day that WHO had launched a new initiative, which was called as T3, test, treat and track, urging the malaria endemic countries. Now, what are the malaria endemic countries? The countries where the problem of this disease, malaria, is way too prevalent. It is like a lot over there. So over there, the donors and also the global malaria, the global malaria, just give me a second. Community to scale up diagnostic testing, treatment, and surveillance of malaria. All right. So this initiative was developed to provide a framework for endemic countries to get these three fundamental principles of malaria control and elimination. And thus, it was brought by Margaret Chan, who was the WHO Director General, at an event in Windhoek in, I guess this is Namibia. All right. So, guys, this was the T3 initiative, test, treat and track initiative. All right. So with that, you can, consider, I think the option was already correctly marked. All right. So maybe my bad if I got confused with that. Okay. Yeah. Let's see the next question now. ASI will survey mosque orders code. So ASI is the Archaeological Survey of India. This talks about a mosque. Now, which mosque is this? This is the Gyanvapi mosque. Now, where is it? That is the question. Okay. So I'll not read it out entirely to you. Okay, let's see the fourth question. All right, guys. Gyanvapi Mosque is located in which state? Your options are Rishikesh, Haridwar, Samnath in Gujarat, Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, or Puri in Odisha. Come on. Gyanvapi Mosque. This is the particular mosque which will be surveyed now by the Archaeological Survey of India. And then if any changes or a reconstruction has to be done, these will be also recommended by it. Oh, yes. Good. Yes. So most of you have gotten the right answer. It is Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. All right. So since it is a very, very, it's a very old mosque, a very primitive, a very old construction that took place. And thus, many a times, because restorations need to take place and, reconstruction, renovation needs to take place. So that's why the Archaeological Survey of India takes care of all these things for specifically those monuments which have some historical significance. All right. So the Gyanvapi Mosque is in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. All right. Let's see the fifth question. After this, guys, we will have the leaderboard and then we'll see who is winning today's quiz. Okay. Archaeological Survey of India was founded in 1861 by Dash, who also became its first Director General. This is an important question, okay? Your options are Rakhal Das Bandyopadhyay, Mortimer Wheeler, Alexander Cunningham, or Hasmukh Dheerajlal Sankala. But I really think you must have read this name somewhere. So I'm hoping that you would be able to get down to the right answer. So he was also the founder of ASI and also he was the first Director General. Okay, let's see. Okay, good guys. Yes, so most of you have given the right answer. It is Alexander Cunningham. Okay, so he was the one who founded the Archaeological Survey way back in 1861. So see, because it is not only after the independence that the monuments were recognized or something, because there were thousands of monuments which had already been constructed by this particular time. So Alexander Cunningham, he founded the Archaeological Survey of India, and later on he also went on forwards to become the first Director General of ASI. All right. Fine. Let's see the leaderboard now. Okay. Okay, very good, Prachi. So we are seeing a new contestant here. Prachi is leading the quiz right now. Then we have Abhi Sharma, who is on the second position. Very good. Sanvi, you're on third. Monica on fourth position. Ekta on fifth position. Ritik on sixth position. Madhulika is on seventh. Bhargavi on eighth. Jasmine on ninth. And Ted, with not so real name, on 10th position. Okay, so Ted, please use a real name from the next time. Okay. So there is a tough competition and I can see the points are very close, but specifically between the first two contenders, Prachi and Abhi. Let's see what do we have in the next question and who wins today. All right. No ad hoc judges in place of regular recommendations. All right. So, it is like the Supreme Court Collegium should be kept in the loop, the bench says. So I will also tell you the entire system of this thing, what has been discussed in this article, once we deal with this question. Okay. All right, let's see. Articles 214 to 231 in part dash of the Constitution deal with the organization, independence, jurisdiction, powers of the High Court. So many times, guys, we have done this. Part 4A, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6. I have also learned them with you. Okay, so I'm really hoping you get the right answer. Articles 214 to 231. Which part of the Constitution do they fall in? Or High Court? Where do we fall? Where do we find the High Court? In which part? I'm really hoping you guys give me the right answer. We've done it so many times by now. Okay. Good. I'm happy that most of you have given the right answer. So it is part 6 of the Constitution that basically deals with the states. And under the states only we have the High Court. Then if we talk about part 4A, whosoever has marked it, it's totally fine. I'll tell you. Part 4A is the fundamental duties. So guys, as I had told you, part 1 was the union and its territories. Part 2, part 2, then we had part 3, part 4. So part 2 was, basically when we had the citizenship and other things. Then we have part 3, which has the fundamental rights. Part 4, directive principle of state policy. Part 4A. Now, why part 4A is there? Because fundamental duties, the chapter of fundamental duties was not there in the original constitution of our country. Okay, it was only through the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 that this was brought in. So it was part 4A, and that is why the Article 51A was also added in the Constitution. Then part 4, as I had just mentioned, it is the directive principles of state policy. And part 5 is the union, all right? So had this question been about the Supreme Court, then part 5 would have been the right answer because it falls under the union, this part which talks about the union, all right? Then part 6 is the right answer, which talks about all these things about the high courts. All right. Let's see question number 7 now. Under Article 224A, appointment of retired judges at sittings of high courts can be done by the, all right, appointment of retired judges. Okay, so that's basically a reappointment for ad hoc purpose. Your options are Chief Justice of India with President's consent, Chief Justice of High Court with Governor's consent, Chief Justice of High Court with President's consent, or Chief Justice of India with Governor's consent. Come on, some options can never be the answer. All right. What do you think? Okay. See, this I will tell you why this is the right answer. So less people, see, Chief Justice of India with President consent, guys, this would have been perhaps the right option if the question would have been about the Supreme Court. So here, if it is talking about high courts, so the CJI, which is the Chief Justice of India, would have powers, but not in this regard. And thus it would be the Chief Justice of that particular high court who would have these powers. But then the consent of governor here would not be needed, but the consent of president would be needed. So sometimes what happens is that even the retired judges can be brought back into the courts at an ad hoc purpose, like for a temporary purpose, right? So maybe for a particular case, maybe there is huge shortage of judges at a particular time, and thus we need to fill in very quickly. So that can be done, but it should be done by the Chief Justice of High Court with President's consent. All right. So option 3 would be the right answer, and the article that deals with this is Article 224A of the Indian Constitution. It's fine, guys, because the options were confusing. I can totally get it, but it's fine. All right. Let's see the next article, Blow the Plate hand held by the Indian state. All right, so this talks about the state of Indian agriculture, and also that how can we assure better incomes and how the state can assure some reforms to the farmers and as well as the consumer welfare at the very same time. So this also talks about one issue, which is the Farmers' Day. Let's see if you're able to get that point or not. National Farmers' Day or Kisan Diwas is celebrated annually on, so what's the day? 8th March, 23rd December, 22nd April, or none of the options are correct? National Farmers Day or Kisan Diwas? Come on. Try to make a guess. I really want to give you a hint, but you already have voted. Oh, very good, guys. Yes, it is 23rd December. Well, I was thinking that most of you might take April 22 as the answer, because we already are in the month of April. So I thought that maybe you might think. So I wanted to give you a hint that it might not be the answer. But already most of you have given the right answer. So yes, it is 23rd December when we celebrate the National Farmers Day or the Kisan Diwas. Okay, guys. Let's see the next question. 9th, after this only one question, we'll see then who wins the quiz for the day. Okay. When was the Food Corporation of India established? Because it's a lot into news these days. 16th November 1945, 16th October 1945, 14th January 1965, or 1st January 1875? A very technical question, I must agree, but it is important because it is a lot into news these days because of the all agitation which is going on amongst the farmers as well in the farm bills and all, right? Oh, everybody has already voted. Guys, how are you able? Even I didn't know this answer. Trust me, really. And wow, I'm really impressed, I must say. It is a tough question. I myself had no clue about this one. All right. So yes, 14 January 1965 is the right answer. And I'm so glad to see that most of you have given the right answer. So yeah, please try to memorize that the Food Corporation of India, FCI. So what is the purpose of the Food Corporation of India? Basically, it takes care of various prices of the food commodities in the country, and also it makes sure that the least of the food is wasted, the farmers' incomes are enhanced, and as well as the food or the food grains can be stored most efficiently. So these are some of the primary functions that are taken care of by the Food Corporation of India. So it was established on 14th January 1965. All right, let's see the last one, beyond zero sum. So this says about the rich countries, and this talks about the technology and the zero carbon emissions. We have discussed this so many times. Now, these days it is coming a lot into news, which says that there needs to be an equity and there needs to be a justified system of division of the responsibilities when it comes to greenhouse gas emission mitigation or the climate change mitigation, because not all the countries are consuming the natural resources at the same pace, and not all the countries are polluting the earth at the environment at the same pace, and thus there should be differential duties or differential responsibilities of all the countries so responsible. All right, let's see what is the question from this particular article. All right. COP26, which is the Conference of Parties 26, United Nations Climate Change Conference, will be held in. So it is to be held, where will it be held? India, Tokyo, Glasgow, or Pakistan? Come on, guys. COP26 of the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Let's see. Oh, everybody has already voted. Good, guys. Yes, Glasgow is the right answer. So as I told you, the Conference of Parties, as it is basically, there are various Conference of Parties. Parties here are the stakeholders, the governments, the various private individuals, also various stakeholders, NGOs. Many times it can be any stakeholder that participate. So the number of this particular meeting is still considered to be as maybe it may be 26, 28 as the number may be. So the Conference of Parties 26 United Nations Climate Change Conference will now be held in Glasgow. All right. All right, guys, let's see the winner of today's quiz. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Prachi has won the quiz. Very good, Prachi. Congratulations. Then Madhulika is on the second position. Sanvi is on third position. Anuragshi is on fourth. Abhi Sharma is on fifth. Bhargavi is on sixth position. Monica Raha is on seventh position. Ritik is on eighth position. Raha is on ninth position, and Ted is on 10th position. And I can see, guys, amongst the top 6 or 7 students, in fact, there is a very, very tough competition. Just see, guys, I'll give you an example. Abhi Sharma and Anurag Sheel have just a difference of 2 points, all right? So that's wonderful, guys. That's really good. And I'm really hopeful that, all of you will be buckling up and read newspaper more rigorously. And in the coming days, we will even become better in the coming quizzes. Okay. All right. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome. And okay, then this will be all for the day. And oh, Ashish, some people are joining now. Yeah, welcome all of you. Ashish, I see you have joined just now. The right time to join the quiz is 9 exactly. Though due to some technical error today, it went 5-10 minutes late, but 9 exactly we start the quiz, okay? So from tomorrow, be on time. I think then we'll be able to enjoy even more this entire session. All right, guys, so I'll end the session today and we'll see each other tomorrow. And till then, have a great day, have a great time and study well. Good luck.